Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
And right now at 10, Connecticut reports more cases of monkeypox. We're hearing from one man who's been in isolation for weeks. Tonight, we'll hear his warning to others.
What was said about me and Sandy Hook itself, it resonates around the world.
The father of a young boy killed in the Sandy Hook shooting testifies in the trial of conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. Find out why he says Jones made his life, quote, a living hell.
Many have lost a lot in the last couple of years. We want to help them be able to move forward.
Keeping COVID-19 out of the classroom, public health officials and educators are preparing for kids to head back to the classroom. We'll hear their recommendations tonight. But we begin with the warning from one Connecticut man who has monkeypox. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sarah Sanchez.
And I'm Ben Goldman. This week, the state has more than a dozen vaccine clinics open to give out hundreds of doses to those who are now eligible to get those shots. This comes as the CDC confirms 35 cases of monkeypox here in the state of Connecticut. Fox 61's Tony Black spoke with one man who's been in quarantine for 3 weeks now about his message to people to protect themselves. Tony joins us live in studio. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Ben and Sarah. Johnny Rivera was diagnosed with monkeypox on July 15th, but he says he did not need that test to tell him that something was wrong. And as the state starts to get people vaccinated against the disease, Rivera says people should consider it.
I'm on day 20 of quarantine right now, and it's looking like it's going to be another week or two still.
Johnny Rivera is one of 35 people in Connecticut diagnosed with monkeypox. The West Hartford man was notified by his partner he might have it. Not long after that, Rivera started to get symptoms himself.
My partner came back positive, and just by the way, symptoms were progressing, and they progressed rather rapidly. And having done my research, I knew that I had monkeypox.
A majority of his symptoms began the first week with fever, exhaustion, aches, and swollen lymph nodes. Pimple-like sores started to appear on his body. The virus can last upwards of 4 weeks until a new layer of skin has formed and the scabs are gone. Rivera expects his healing to last a little longer.
I tend to be kind of a tough cookie, mentally strong. Was just preparing myself to hunker down.
Connecticut opened 13 monkeypox vaccination sites Monday. Rivera feels like rollout could have come sooner before the case number got to 35. There's also specific criteria to be eligible for vaccination in the state. It's recommended for those who were exposed or had close contact and remain without symptoms. People who are at least 18, a resident, have had multiple partners in the last 2 weeks, and are a man who has sex with other men are also eligible.
Being so detailed, it kind of does a disservice to the community.
Connecticut's supply is being prioritized for those at higher risk, and Rivera recommends people get it. The CDC says the vaccine isn't expected to benefit those with symptoms. A majority of doses have gone to hard-hit areas as multiple states declared a public health emergency. New York City has received 45,000 doses, Connecticut about 1,800.
If you can get vaccinated, push for vaccine.
The CDC says monkeypox can spread by touching surfaces someone with the disease has touched. The state plans to open more vaccination sites in the coming weeks. Rivera encourages people to look out for other symptoms other than those sores that may be the first sign of an infection, like his case, for example. In the studio, Tony Black, Fox 61 News.
All right, thank you, Tony. Turning now to the weather, a few showers out there tonight, but overall quite a warm day.
You want to check in with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank? What were you going to ask?
Did you see any of the what?
I saw no showers today.
Oh my gosh, see?
Am I the only one?
Passed right over me too. I didn't see any.
Okay. I must
Passed over me meaning skipped.
Okay, it must just be the one with the big rain cloud that just follows me all over town. Yeah.
But I spent my night looking at other people getting rain.
Oh, there you go.
And this photo is absolutely stunning. Check this out. This is from Roger Charbonneau in Westbrook. My goodness, you could just see the lightning striking, also the color of the sky because it was right around sunset. He takes some amazing photos, and then afterwards we got some rainbow pictures. This is from Vinny in Watertown. Let me show you what the radar looked like. So there were 2 stronger thunderstorms. There were no warnings that were issued, but strong winds around Waterbury, Watertown, Middlebury, and then another little pulse from that thunderstorm right around Branford as well. And then in Windham County, there was a strong storm that came through as well. That got really close to getting a severe thunderstorm warning, but it did not. Still some very heavy rainfall for Killingly, for Brooklyn, and other areas that really needed it. Right now, there's just a leftover shower around Norwich, but most of us are dry. We've had one day around 90 degrees. We've got 3 more to go, and we are saving the hottest for last. Thursday and Friday, going to get quite warm, quite hot and humid, and that's why there is a heat advisory in effect for those 2 days when it could feel like up to triple digits. Right now we're looking at temperatures in the 70s to right around 80 degrees. Another big payoff from having those showers and rumbles of thunder come through, other than the fact that we need the rainfall, is that it's going to help wash a little bit of the humidity out of the air, at least temporarily, for the first half of the day tomorrow. So I think it'll feel a little bit more comfortable. High temperatures tomorrow afternoon between 85 to right around 90 degrees, so not too bad, manageable before that more extreme heat comes in for Thursday and Friday. We'll show you the numbers, your full forecast coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Rachel. Well, new tonight at 10, the father of a boy killed during the Sandy Hook school shooting says he has endured years of torture from conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. Neil Heslin is one of several parents seeking as much as $150 million from the InfoWars radio host who repeatedly claimed the 2012 massacre was a hoax. Heslin says Jones has spent years harassing his family, and he's received death threats from Jones's followers.
I can't even describe the last 9.5 years of the living hell that I and others have had to endure because of the negligence and the recklessness of Alex Jones and his propaganda that he has peddled for his own profits and success.
Jones has since acknowledged the shooting was real. His lawyer claims Jones has already paid for his lies since InfoWars has filed for bankruptcy, and he's been banned from many online platforms for violating hate speech policies.
That I never intentionally tried to hurt you. I never even said your name until this case came to court. I didn't even really know who you were until a couple years ago when all this started up. The internet had a lot of questions.
Courts in Connecticut and Texas have already found Jones liable for defamation for how he pushed the conspiracy theory that the Sandy Hook shooting was a hoax.
In other news tonight at 10, a state trooper is on administrative leave tonight as he's under investigation for assault. Trooper Jamie Solis appeared in Rockville Superior Court today. He faces 3 charges, including risk of injury to a child. Vernon police say that Solis hit the victim in front of a child. The victim suffered a head injury. The child was not injured. Solis has posted bond. He's due back in court August 15th. Now, Solis is the 3rd state trooper to be suspended within the last week here in our state. Jose Campos is under investigation as well for sexual assault. Police responded to a call at a home on Old Field Road in Southbury Wednesday to investigate the claims against Campos. And that same day, Sergeant Catherine Copel was suspended following a crash in Brookfield. Police say on July 24th, she was in her cruiser when she rear-ended another vehicle on Route 7 right at the 202 intersection. After an investigation into the crash, charges were filed against Trooper Copel. Also new at 10 tonight, cities and towns around Connecticut celebrating National Night Out.
It's an evening of block parties and other fun events, but it's also meant to strengthen the connections between police and the communities they serve. Fox 61's Alicia Machado joins us live outside the Hartford Police Department to tell us how officers tried to create those bonds tonight. Alicia.
Yeah, exactly. Tonight, all about enhancing that relationship between community members and police outside of law enforcement. We checked out a couple of block parties in Hartford as well as New Haven, featuring free food, music, and arts and crafts, fun for the kids, all open to the public. Firing up the grills and the bounce houses for National Night Out.
It's nice for the community. Kids have fun, games.
Events happening across Connecticut and the country are geared toward building relationships between the community and law enforcement. Hartford police officers coming together with neighbors at 5 locations across the city, including Main Street and Lozada Park.
You know, we work so hard all year round to make sure that we've got strong relationships built on trust between our community and our law enforcement. But this is a great night every year.
In addition to food and activities for the kids,
I like art and painting.
A vaccine clinic and booths from local organizations who came to share their programs with neighbors. Teens with the Hartford Police Explorers program also pitched in at the event.
I like about the program,
come to a lot of social events like this, community events. We also do like other turkey drives and Thanksgiving drives, other things to help the community and kind of bridge the gap.
I definitely love coming to events like this and spending time with everybody else who's also part of this great community. And I'm also looking forward to be a police officer, hopefully in the future.
New Haven PD also hosting a National Night Out event at the Dixwell Community House. Officers spending time with locals and serving up free food for the public.
That helps bonds of trust develop and strengthen over time, you know, getting back out of the cruiser and just doing things other than enforcement. That's one of the things we pride ourselves on. That's the Chief's vision, and I'm happy to see a good turnout tonight.
Now, these are just two of several cities all across Connecticut tonight hosting events as well. National Night Out is an annual event that's hosted on the first Tuesday of August every year. All right, we're reporting live in Hartford tonight. Alicia Machado, Fox 61 News.
Thank you, Alicia. Well, new tonight at 10, a surprising discovery for a man in Middletown. He found 3 World War II era mortar shells. Police say the man found them while magnet fishing in the Mattabasset River just before 10 this morning. The U.S. Air Force Explosive Ordnance Disposal Team and a bomb squad from state police disposed of those mortars. Crews searched the surrounding area for any other explosives, but none were found.